Hey, it's my Vinyl Monday again here on the Grey Man channel. So I'm going to go through my vinyl, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Today I'm going to show you my R's. My R's. What do you think I said? So, R stands for Ripping Corpse. This album, Dreaming with the Dead, is absolutely awesome. It features my favourite Lovecraftian death metal kind of themed track, Anti-God. Deeper, deeper in the woods he's found. Charging, charging, Cthulhu cometh now. It's not he's found, it's they're found. It's a cult, it's a Cthulhu cult chanting to raise the Anti-God, the ancient, the Anti-God, Lord of the Unholy Ones. Yeah. That thing, yeah. Right, that's on this album, along as loads of other cool tracks as well. Is it Eric Rutan, is it the guy who's the main man from this? Was in Morbid Angel for a while as well. I think members of this band, Ripping Corpse, went on to form a band called Dim Mak, which is like, it's a kung fu thing, it's like the Death Touch. Dim Mak is the Death Touch, and they were a really cool band as well. Phoenix Eye Fist, I think was the name of one of their albums, or maybe it's just the name of the song. But I've got about 2 or 3 albums of that as well, and they're cool. Dim Mak are cool. Ripping Corpse, awesome. I think I saw them live once. I'm sure they played in London, Ripping Corpse, at one point. Down at the old Marquee, seems to ring a bell. Another death metal classic. You may or may not have heard of this. I think this is the only album these guys had, but it's like a gem, really. Revenant. Is it Prophecies of a Dying World or something? Yeah, Prophecies of a Dying World. I'm sure that cover was reused by another band for a different album as well. Rings a bell in my head. You know when you've got memories in your head somewhere and occasionally they go like a little glow. Not so much as a light bulb going off above my head, but a small candle trying to flicker into life. That's the memory that I have of, I think, somebody else using this same cover for another album. But I could be completely and utterly wrong. Let's face it, that's highly likely. Right, next up in the R's. You do like the look of my R's, don't you? Admit it. Admit it, you're loving looking at my R's. We have Revelation. Revelations! Doom! In case you didn't know. It cost me $7.75 back in the day. Salvation's Answer. I think this might be their first. Some Rise Above Records. Probably one of the early Rise Above Records releases. Rise 6, it says on the back here. So Rise Above, I think they're still going. I'm not sure what release they're on now, but is it in the hundreds yet? I'm not sure, but this is an early one of theirs anyway. I'm sure that Pat from Morning tried to buy this off me once. Or was it? I think it was Revelation. I think it was this album. Because he popped out. I think he popped out of my house once. Did an interview in my old fanzine back before he was even in Morning. I think when he was doing Blistering Anal Skin, his kind of like grindy punk band that he did before Warning was a proper thing. And he said, "Oh, I like that album. You want to sell it?" I said, "Nah, you're right, mate. I want to keep it." So I did. Right, you can't aspect. You can see it a bit better now. And this is Resurrection. Oh, this is another fucking awesome. I forgot how awesome my R's were, or what is. Embalmed Existence. I've got this on CD as well, and I think I bought a t-shirt from the band when they started selling them, because it's just a classic album with intros done by a character they call the storyteller. Like before each song comes up, this little storyteller will say some like some of us become surgeons. I can't remember what he says, cutting people back to life or something like that. I had sex with my dog, I think there's another one that starts off, I had sex with my dog. I can't remember now. But if you've not heard this, listen to it, basically. This is an awesome bloody album. I'm not sure, I can't remember if they had another album after this. I think they might have had one more, but like after a long, long time. And I get the feeling if they, this is another one of those little candle flickers of a memory in my head. I think they had another album, and I think I bought it on CD. But I could be, the old candle is flickering and sputtering in the wind, and yeah, it could just be me remembering wrong. But I do know that I definitely got it on CD as well, because it's just like, yeah, had to be done really. Such a bloody good album, that one, Resurrection. Another, this is Red Harvest. These guys, you may know the name of as an industrial band, but this is before their industrial days. This is when they were a quirky thrash metal band from Norway or Sweden. I think it's Norway. Pretty sure they're from Norway, because I had a Norwegian pen pal back in the day. Helene KB Hansen, I think her name was. Yeah, blimey. And yeah, she sent me a tape with this on it, so I ended up buying the album, and then I saw them live at the Royal Standard in Walthamstow, supporting Cadaver, and Osiris was on the bill as well. This is before they went industrial. This album was, like I say, it's like a quirky kind of catchy, thrashy kind of thing, but like maybe progressive thrash you could call it, with interesting vocals. Red Harvest, No Man's Land, bit like No Man's Land, but it's No Mind's Land. Ooh, wow! That just goes to show you how clever they are, how freaky their thinking is. All right, and now for some classic UK thrash. Let me put these in the right order. These are not in the right order. These need to be in the right order of release, definitely. Right, now, classic UK thrash. I think they are playing with Lawnmower Death at Christmas in London. I've got to go to that. Not for Lawnmower Death, because I've seen Lawnmower Death. They're all right. They're not bad. They were better back in the day, I feel. They got a bit too silly, to be honest. But this band, I've always loved them. Reanimator. Named after another Lovecraftian book. Reanimator was a Lovecraft story made into the film in 1989, is it? Or 88 maybe? And these guys, I believe, were named for that Reanimator film. You know, the one with the Herbert West Reanimator, who's got his syringe of green liquid that he sticks into people and brings them back to life. Deny Reality starts off with a sound clip from there. You killed him! No, I didn't. I gave him life. Yeah, the old candles are flickering in my head, and I'm remembering things today. Right, yeah. So Deny Reality. This is their EP. So I'm pretty sure they're playing in London in December. A Christmas gig, Lawnmower Death. I'm going to see Reanimator. I mean, I won't fucking walk out with Lawnmower Death wrong because they're cool. But Reanimator, I've not fucking seen them in years, since the days of the old marquee, and I fucking liked them back in the day. I like them still. And this poster, I've got a poster of this up on my ceiling in my bedroom upstairs. Well, not my bedroom, my old bedroom. It's like my music room. It's more of a storeroom now, but like a giant sized poster up on the ceiling. Bit of water damage actually. I think we had a leak at one point, but yeah, but it's still in pretty good condition, and it's, you know, quite a treasured possession. And this is a cool album, Reanimator, Room 101, Low Life, Chain of Command, Contempt to Eternity. I haven't listened to it for a long time actually, but they're all cool tracks when you play them. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this is a rocker. It's a cool track, man. And these guys are, say, they were away for, I don't know, 20 years. They've come back, they're playing now. And if I don't get to see them on this, you know, I might not get a chance to see them again. So I must make sure I get off my arse and buy the ticket for that gig. Right, now this Reanimator album, I think this is the last one. That was then, this is now. What can I say? After I've sucked their cocks metaphorically, or is it allegorically? I'm not sure. Symbolically, I don't know. After I've said such nice things about them already, I'm now going to slag them off and say that they went the same way as many thrash metal bands and death metal bands did. After a couple of albums, they're like, oh, we must appeal to a wider audience. I know. Let's not play the fucking music like we used to and play it shit instead and be all fucking. I think I don't know what they were trying to do. To be honest, they fucking. Basically, they were putting other influences in there, and they were stepping away from the straight out thrash to try and appeal to a wider audience. That's what my mind thinks anyway. It may not be right. It may just be them developing their style, whatever cliches bands put out when they've changed their style. We're playing for ourselves, man, not for you people out there. We're playing music that keeps us interested. If we played thrash all the time, you know, we'd get bored. Yeah, that kind of thing people say. But you forget people want to hear your thrash. I'm not just talking about Reanimator. I'm talking about everyone in general here. Not singling out Reanimator for criticism, because yeah, they're a fucking cool band. And I dare say that when they do play the gig in December, they won't be playing no shit off this album, I'm sure. There won't be people blinking in the back of the crowd going, play 2CV, play 2CV. No, they fucking won't. They'll be asking for Deny Reality, but they won't need to ask that because they know to play that track because it's cool. Right, my last R. You've liked my R's, haven't you? You've really liked my well-formed R's. You've been staring at my well-formed R's for the last 5 minutes. Right. This last one, this is a classic rock heavy metal band, new wave British heavy metal. But to be honest, a bit too soft for me. This is the only album of theirs I ever bought. Raven, Stay Hard. And yeah, they were like a bit pedestrian. When you've started to get into thrash, it's like, yeah, these are kind of like not really doing it for me. They need to speed up and be a bit more chaotic, a bit more hectic, be a little less restrained. But yeah, you can't deny their blinking metal history. You can't deny their place in especially in the UK metal scene, and they're still going strong. I think there was just well, they're not just touring in America. Sure, I've just seen them going on tour in America, and fucking well, good luck to them. Keep on rocking, guys. Keep on rocking. Right, that's all my R's. That's all my magnificent R's. You've loved it, haven't you? Oh yeah, let me just do the usual bobbles that I talk about. Tomorrow I'll be talking about one of my old demo tapes to come back for demo tapes Tuesday. Thursday I'll be giving you a selection of free metal downloads that you can check out. Sunday, I don't do it here, but Sunday my podcast, High Speed Hangover podcast. You must tune in, please tune in. That's the whole point of me doing these videos actually. I do these other videos to try and entice you to listen to my podcast. So I do videos, and if you go down to the link below, it will lead you to my blog. And at the bottom of the blog about it's actually my blog for the vinyl isn't much really, just this video really, and me talking rubbish. But there's a little link at the bottom saying, listen to my latest podcast show. And if you click on that, you can listen to my latest show. And yes, please do that. Please share it with your friends. And that's it. I've talked long enough. If you like comics, I do a comic blog on Wednesday as well, all about superhero comics. So if you like that, check those out as well. Right, I'm out of here. I'll be back next week.